All right. Is Facebook going to beat YouTube today? Nope. Just kidding.
Excuse
Going
me.
live.
Trying to keep it away from the microphone, but Marshall time.
All right. Got Facebook up and running. YouTube's up and running. Let me change this. Let me change that. And here we go. It's another episode of the greatest sports podcast in the world. It's 863 Sports Buzz. My co-host over there, Donnie Mac. He may be down for a little bit today, but hey, guess what? We're still having some fun. We got lots of sports to talk about. We got two finals going on. Donnie, we talking two finals. What are we thinking first? We got one tonight, man.
You
One
know what,
tonight.
Marshall time? There's a couple of finals going on right now. But you know how sometimes I like to lead off this podcast with this date and history.
The date and
Throwback
history. What you got,
type
Donnie Mac?
back Martian time. This date in 2012. Huh? Chalk that up.
Ooh,
Was
all
that
right, all
14
right.
years ago? It was
Yeah, yeah,
26.
yeah. 14 years.
So,
Donnie Mac with the
Martian
quick math.
2012, Matt Cain for the San Francisco Giants threw the first ever perf game in franchise history.
Oh, my. Why did my camera go off?
I don't know, Martian time. That was that good of a stat, good comeback. You know what I mean? This date and his that was that good, Martian time. We had to blink you off the screen.
I don't know why my camera went off here. I'm trying to figure this out. What is going on?
Download and reboot. Here we go.
Pretty much. Oh, give me a second. I'll be right back.
Right back, easy. Right back, easy. Anyways, everybody, that's here live right now. I'll keep on talking. We're talking about playoffs. That was an update that I gave you. Interesting fact in this day in history and time of 2012. Matt Cain pitching the first ever perfect game for the San Francisco Giants. That's history in the makings. But this whole podcast is going to be about really playoffs. I mean, we're talking about Stanley Cup playoffs. We're talking about NBA finals. Martian time. You're tuning in here again.
We're,
We're
we're,
talking.
we're working on it. My camera may be going in and out for some reason. I think it's going bad on me, but it's all right. We'll keep going.
Yeah, you know what? You get a lot of bad cameras.
I
Stop
do.
with the
I do.
source. Find another source for your cameras, Martian time. That's all I can say about this. Because this would be the second bad one that we've had in the last, what, 3.5, 4 years that we've been doing this podcast, Martian time. Now, I've seen this happen before. I know you're not lying. You had a bad one before.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have seen that, Martian time. But let's talk about bad. Bad. NBA
Bad.
playoffs.
Oh,
What's bad? What do you see that is bad right now, most of the time? We're talking about NBA playoffs. We're talking
oof.
NHL Stanley Cup. What's worse right now, most of the time?
Oh,
That
easily the final. I mean, the NBA finals is just bad right now. I mean, you're
it's
talking about
too
San
bad.
Antonio
It's too
Spurs
bad.
who are just
Yeah.
absolutely like, I mean, giving up. I mean, they're leading every single game and they're losing these games, Donnie Mac. I mean, you're talking about they were leading by 22 at one point in game four,
Uh,
down 2-1. You know you need this game, and you let the Knicks come back and win that game. I mean, you got to be. And De'Aaron Fox, my man, what are you doing? What in the world? You're leading by one, and you get blocked. You get smacked.
I'll say this, Mark. Sometimes
Embarrassing.
you say that
Embarrassing.
that was actually an a record in the NBA Finals margin time. The San Antonio Spurs were up by 29 points. That was the biggest lead in NBA Finals history that
Mm.
any team had ever blown when New York came back from that 29 points down. So that's a bad part of history. You want to be if
Yeah,
you want to be part of it,
you don't want to
that's
be
a
part of that.
bad side of it right there, most of the time. But I'll tell you, now you're looking at 3-1, right?
Yeah,
You're looking at 3, that's dangerous. We saw LeBron come back from 3-1
we did.
against a very good team.
Uh,
This is a very good team, but this
against
ain't
the
to go to say
dynasty
what.
team.
Against the dynasty team, Marshentime, are you crossing this off your plate? Where are you leaning toward? Give me a little bit of favoritism. Why should we believe, if we should believe, in the San Antonio Spurs?
Well, now, are we talking about why I should believe, or why are we believing, or if I do
Yeah,
believe? Because
I mean,
like,
Yeah, that's what we're asking you now. If you believe in them,
uh,
why we should believe in them? If
well,
not, I mean, what's the reason why we're not going to? And that's pretty blatant. I think I could see a reason. You can make an easy case for that.
listen, man. It's why we should believe is the San Antonio Spurs are, if not the best team in the league right now. We've seen it over and over again how they can dominate teams, how they have so much depth, they have so much youth, and
Look
they
at
can.
the
I mean,
first
they
half
can
and the
they can
last
run, man.
game.
I mean, they can. Yeah, exactly. I mean, they can run the ball up and down the court like nobody else, and they have Victor Wembanyama who can do shoots from the outside. He's a great inside defender.
That's a good call.
But should we believe Donnie Mac? That is the question. And
That's true.
honestly, to
Are
me,
they too young? Are they too young?
I
But
think
I
it's, I
mean,
think it's
we
over.
said the same thing about New York for the last four years, man.
We
Three
have.
years solid. They've had this team, and it's been the same team. You've heard me hollering Big Body Brunson for the last 2 years. You got tired of hearing me saying that. But
Yep.
stop it because he ain't big body.
That's how
Hey.
that's how serious Donnie Mac was. He 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 threw you on the floor, man. He didn't care. He was
You're
over.
gonna,
Nah,
you're,
Big Body
you're
Brunson,
gonna,
man, 100% true on
you're
that one.
gonna have to forgive me for that.
That was awesome. That was really funny to watch. But listen, Big Body Brunson, Carl Anthony Towns, OG Anunoby, Josh Hart, all of these guys, man, they're so good. They have so much experience. And I think it's really shown in these playoffs, man. I think it's really helpful that they lost in the Eastern Conference Finals last year. And I think they're ready, man. I think they just came with a vengeance this year, and they were ready. They were tired of the doubters. They're tired of the naysayers. They're tired of the people saying, "Well, the New York Knicks are never going to win." Because guess what?
Well,
They're up
yeah,
3-1. They've
yeah.
made crazy comebacks every single series. Against the Cavs, they made the biggest comeback ever, and now against the Spurs, they topped that in the NBA Finals, the greatest comeback of all time.
They're
Donnie
on
Mac,
one of the best.
I mean,
They're one of
it's a team
one
of
of the best.
destiny. It's a
Yeah.
team of destiny. We've heard this a few times before. When Florida State won that national title in 2013, man, it's the same thing to me. They were a team of destiny. They won
It,
games that they should never have had a chance of winning. That's
and
what the New York
Martian time,
Knicks are doing.
and anybody that watches this series, Martian time, and that looks at this and says that this is not one of the most prolific runs by an Eastern Conference team in NBA history, they're freaking out of their mind because the New York Knicks did not lose a game in the month of March, May.
May, no,
Martian
100%,
time.
man. And listen, you're talking about a team that they swept the 76ers. They swept
Yeah,
the Cleveland Cavaliers.
and the
Here they are,
Detroit
and they're up
Pistons.
3-1 on the
It's amazing.
Victor-led Spurs. We're talking
It,
Victor Wembanyama, who I think should have probably deserved the MVP over Shea. Well, two
it,
two players deserved the MVP over Shea this year.
well, yeah,
Listen, and you're
yeah,
talking about
yeah,
all defensive
yeah.
defensive player of the year, Victor Wembanyama. This guy
Yeah.
blocks more shots than most teams do in a year. Come on, man.
Again, you know what? Going back most of the time, and I can't really even say this neither, because at the beginning of this series in this NBA Finals, most of the time, I was saying, I related this series to the Boston Dallas series when
You
Dallas
did
had to go 7 games with
100%.
with OKC, you know what I mean, and make it or Minnesota. and make it there and wear them out. But that's kind of not the feel of this here because San Antonio's had a chance in every single game in this series, especially last game.
Oh, 100%.
And then the second game, when they had the last two shots and they could not convert it, Marshentime, they blew it the last two games, Marshentime. We could be looking at San Antonio being up three to
We could.
two right now. You know what I mean?
100, 3, yeah,
Well,
3. I mean, listen, here's my thing, though. In this second
we could be
half, I mean,
looking.
we watched the last game. Victor was in the paint the whole first half, man. He was not letting
Oh
them
yeah,
get into the paint.
absolutely, one
He was a
hundred percent.
great defender. And then the second half, they started letting him, work on the
What
outside and
happened?
start
What
switching and everything else. And I'm sorry, put Vic in the post. You don't take him out of the
happened?
post. You don't let him switch. I
You
don't care.
cannot take
Let the
him out
Knicks
of
shoot threes because the Knicks are not the three team. They're not a team that's going to rain down threes on you. Don't get me wrong. They'll make a couple. I'm
They
sorry,
will.
but you know what? Their bread and butter is in the paint with Jalen Brunson driving, Jalen Brunson pulling up and shooting,
They're
Carl
a
Anthony
little
Towns just
physical
getting in
though.
there and shooting. OG
Josh
driving.
Hart
OG is great at
crashing the
Josh,
board. Yeah.
listen, man, I'm sorry. Put Vic in the post. Leave him in the
Hmm.
post all game, and you're going to see a big difference in this series. I'm telling you right now. Because right now, when somebody's smaller on can't cat, I mean, Cat's getting that rebound every time. No offense.
Well,
I mean, when you switch every time, it's not going to work.
a big counter was to bring in Mitchell Robinson, put some more physical play on Victor Wembanyama. But the counter, Marshall time, and you heard me say this, and you see me say this. Game two, this is a very vital thing, and game three was a very, very big thing. Lou Cornett, bring him in and counteract that Mitchell Robinson deal. Bring both big guys. I
That's what I
understand.
was wondering. Why not bring both in?
Bring them both to the floor because Lou Cornett has been crashing that offensive board. He's been most physical. He has been, and lack of better words, pissing people off in that paint when you got he's drawing fouls. You got Josh Hart trying to combat with him,
Yeah.
drawing fouls. Borderline technicals. I mean, that's what Lou Cornett has been doing, and the guy knows what he's doing as a backup. Put the man in there as the Robin to the Batman in the paint. Please do that,
Ooh,
and I
Robin to the
swear,
Batman.
Martian time, Martian time in that paint. Let the guys battle. Those two big guys, Lou Cornett and Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama is as as agile he is to get around that paint, and then Cornette just crashing the boards, man. That could be very vital. I want to see that right there and big moments in this series. And you know what? Big moment in this series could be the next game. Most of the time they're down 3-1.
Listen, man. I mean, they have the ability to do it. They're young enough. They're fast enough. They're skilled enough. I just don't know if they have the will.
Who knows?
Watching that game last game, I mean, that has to break your will right then and there in game three or game four. You're up, you're winning big, and you let this crazy comeback come out of nowhere. I mean, it was.
They got lackadaisical. Washington. They
They
got
did.
very lackadaisical.
They did.
I swear, and that's the best word to put that
And
because
that's
you
being
saw
young.
Victor
That's
Wembanyama
being young.
talking that smack, and these
Yeah.
guys talking that smack, and they were feeling good about themselves. Then that pressure started hitting
Here's
early in
my
that
problem,
first
though. You
quarter.
seen the New York Knicks come back from the Cleveland Cavaliers. You watched them
Oh,
come back from
oh.
19 in the fourth quarter with
So
6 minutes to
that's
go.
how young they
Why
were.
in the world are
Okay.
you being
Yep.
lazy in the fourth quarter when
I
you're up
agree with that.
22?
I agree with
You
that.
don't be stupid. You just watch them come back and make a great comeback. You know they're capable. You know they can shoot the ball. You know they can score. You know they can play defense.
I agree with that.
Like I'm
I
sorry,
agree
that
with
was
that.
that was
100%.
bad coaching. Bad, and I'm
100%.
very disappointed in the coach in this one, man. Because listen,
I
you got to step
couldn't
up,
say
man.
anything
Like
myself,
you got
man.
young guys, you know that. And what did I tell you in game one? After game one, I told you if the freaking Spurs get the lead in the first half, you keep that gas pedal to the floor in the second half, or the New York Knicks will come back and win games. And that's
And
exactly
that's
what's
what they
happened
did.
twice.
That's it.
Twice.
You and I were chit chatting in that deal, and you were like, "Wow, they're up." You was like they could come back from 2-0. Is I, you know what? Big Body Brunson ain't done yet. Now he ain't done. They could still come back March time, and they started chipping away at that score March time, and You're right. You're 100% right when you say that at any time that New York team this year is different than any other year. The way this team's playing right now in these playoffs, and they're now up 3-1. They've only lost one game in the last three series in the playoffs in the NBA playoffs.
They are a team of destiny, Donnie Mac. The New York Knicks haven't won a championship in forever. It is their time to bring
Uh oh.
it home, and they're not gonna. I don't know if they're gonna do it tonight. They got to play in San Antonio, man. That's a little bit rougher. Oh man, I don't know.
Are they? You're taking New York, and you're not taking them in seven.
Oof. I'm not. I'm taking New York in six. I think they go back to Madison Square Garden in Game Six, and they win it in Game Six, and they
Six.
win big,
Okay. Okay. I
big.
like that.
I'm
I
talking they
like
win
that.
by 20.
And then just set it off in Madison Square Garden.
Yep,
You
set
know
it
what I
off,
mean?
man.
That's a dangerous place to be winning. You know what I mean? Dangerous. I saw a video where Victor Wembanyama, even after he lost Game 4, he went out to his bus and he got hit with an egg. Like, I kind of
Pretty
gig,
sure that was
I,
AI, Donnie Mac, but that was kind of funny still.
I kind of giggle about that. You know what I mean?
Uh,
Egg him up. You know what I mean? No, that's not cool. But I'd rather make an omelet. I wouldn't be on an omelet.
oh man, listen, Donnie Mac, do you give them? What's the chance you give them?
Marshentime, I'm kind of in line with you, man. That's kind of easy. That's simple to look at, as a basketball fan.
Mm,
Game two, I saw a coaching blunder. Game three, well, it was game three. I saw a coaching blunder. Well, game three is when San Antonio won. Game two, I saw that coaching blunder because
hmm
Vic, as tired as he was, we all agree. Darren Fox had the hot hand. He should have scored that last bucket. He should have had that control of the last bucket. So they lost by one. Okay. So
True.
last game that we saw, that was a team blunder. 29 points. That's a team, and coach can be involved in that too because how many timeouts do you have on the board? You better use every one of them to stop any kind of comeback that happens on right there most of the time. I don't know who to blame that on, but I blame that on as a squad, as being a young
Mm.
squad, not knowing what the hell is hitting them in the face when it started coming Marshall time. So I'm kind of with you right there. I mean, the San Antonio Spurs are very talented. I'll tell you that. Okay, they're talented, of course, with who we believe should have been the MVP. At least one of them.
Yeah,
But
I can't argue with that.
the young mistakes after this, Greg. I mean, when you're talking about Popovich being the head coach, this would have never happened. We're comparing this team to Duncan in his rookie years. In his young years, to his '99 championship. When his first, this isn't the same type of team. This isn't the same type of team.
So
It is
what's the
not.
chances you give him, Donnie Mac? What's the
I've
chance?
given them a higher percentage chance than most people would give them. I'm
Ooh,
giving them a 40% chance to come back.
a
That's
forty
higher than
percent chance to win it all.
to win it all. I'm giving them a
Ooh,
40%, which is
ooh,
higher
that's
than a
crazy.
lot would. Only because what's crazier is the season they've had. When you
True.
look back at some of the stuff that this team has done, even without Victor Wembanyama
hmm
and everything else, I mean, they owned the OK City Thunder even without Vic on the floor. And then you come in and you take out the best team in the NBA. I mean, that's a little bit that says a little bit of volume for itself. You know what I mean?
No, I mean I respect the Donnie Mac, but listen, man, I can't give them a 40% chance. I can't even give them a 30% chance. I can't even give them a twenty
So,
percent chance
what?
after what I've watched, Donnie Mac. I'm giving
So
them a
let me ask
12%
you this.
chance. I'm giving them a 1 in 10 chance, maybe, to come back. And that is
Right.
starts with tonight. They have to
You're
dominate
going with
both
you're
halves.
going you're going with the rest of Vegas. I see what you're reading there. But
Donnie Mac,
let let me ask
I'm
you this.
going with the New York Knicks, who would just look like that team,
You're
right?
going with the rest of
They're gonna
Vegas.
lift it.
That's all the stats that are on the board. You look it up online, Marshall time.
Oh,
That's
I
all the
believe
same.
it. I believe it.
It's all the same shit. But well, let me ask you this: if they come back and they win this, and they come out and they win this, and they take control in that first half by 29 points, and they finish it out, and they win by 29, 30 points, does that kind of change your view if they can complete a task that they start and they showed that they could do twice in a row, failed once and completed twice?
So, here, I'll answer your question here, but I'm going to do it in parts here. Because listen, if they come out and dominate both halves, I mean dominate. I'm not talking
In the
about just
same
win
thing.
by 1 or 2 points. Yeah, both halves. I mean, they got to dominate both ones. Put up 70 points like they did in the first half of Game 4. I would give them a better shot, but I'm still Donnie Mac. Let's be honest. It's
I
hard to
can
go.
understand
It's hard to come back from
that.
3-1.
You
How
got
many
to
teams have
see
done it,
some
Donnie Mac?
dominance.
How many teams have done it?
Yeah, one,
Exactly. And how many
one.
NBA finals have there been?
This has been a lot.
I can't, man. I can't do it. New York looks fired up, and Jalen Brunson looks all business, man. You know what? I mean, he took Kobe's famous words. He says the job ain't done yet, man. The job is not done, and I think the New York Knicks are thinking that every single play. The job is not done until they get that championship, and they get to lift a trophy, and they get the rings on their fingers. Donnie Mac. The New York Knicks will win in Game 6. Now, here's my thing: if the Spurs win big both times, both halves today, I'm going to go up and I'll give you a 40% chance because they can do it. I mean, they can. If they win tonight, big both halves, I'm jumping up to 40% with you. But like I said,
Yeah, after
if they
after
barely
what you
squeak
see.
by, I'm not
See,
going up any higher.
in my opinion, if they do what I think they can do, what I what I think they can do and what I think they will do are two different things now. Now, let's iron that out because I think they can come back from this series if they play like the San Antonio Spurs we've seen all season, if that makes any sense. Now, when you hit the playoffs, that's a different animal. A lot of a lot of players act different, a lot of coaches act different, and I think that's what we're seeing for San Antonio. They've hit the playoffs and they're going a little bit out of their character and a lot of things they do, including the head coach. He's doing a little bit of things out of the character, his character that he would not do and his regular coaching scheme or resume throughout the season. And I think that's what's going on. Now, if these guys figure it out, it could be dangerous. That's why I'm giving them a 40% chance, Marshentime, only because of that reason right there. Under speculations that they hammer it out and they figure it out like they have in the past and quickly. And they've done it
Mm.
quickly. Again, losing the best player in the world, arguably,
Oh, 100%. 100%.
and they adjusted so quick and went on a 16-4 run without it. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I'm talking about. There. They adjust quick, coaching staff there, and you still got a head of personnel, player personnel up there, Mr. Pop. He's overseeing everything. Don't believe for a second he's not making phone calls right now, telling them what the hell is going on. Do not believe for a
Oh,
second,
all
most
right.
of the time.
Listen, I believe you, and I agree with you 100%. But here's my thing, Donnie Mac. I think a coach makes a big difference, and I think this coach is not ready yet for the San Antonio Spurs.
I don't think
And
he
let's
is. Me.
look over the New York Knicks. Who do they have, Donnie Mac?
I really don't think he
Who
is.
do they have?
Oh yeah, Mike Brown. I
He's
mean,
been there.
Mike,
He's done this.
he's 100. A lot. He got fired from LeBron James in Cleveland over there, but
Exactly.
hold on, time out. But
I'm out.
when that
I'm
happened,
out.
he had the best team on record for that regular season those 2 seasons before they fired him because he didn't get an NBA championship. And then they sent him over to Utah, Marshall time. Here's to validate your point. He turned Utah 100% around, made them a playoff team, and then they got rid of De'Aaron Fox and the whole
Mm-hmm.
9 yards there, screwed him on that one, and here he is in New York.
With a, I mean, honestly, the
The
best
man knows what he's
overall,
doing.
the best overall team he's had. Let's be
The
honest.
man knows what he's doing.
So
The
I feel
man
like
knows
this
what
is
he's doing.
better.
100% Marshall time. I'm with you on that one. He knows what he's doing. And if anybody deserved to coach that team right now in this NBA championship run, it should have been Mike Brown after everything that man's gone through. As good as a coach he is, and as much as I respect him, yeah, I think that's the right guy.
So Donnie Mac, I gave you my outcome. Knicks in 6.
Nixon six.
Give me your
I'm with
final
you on that
outcome.
one. I'm with you on that one. I think that San Antonio takes the next one. I'm with you on that one. I think they take it by a 7 or 8 point, outcome, and that's
Which is
giving them
tonight,
a
by the
margin.
way.
Yeah, which is tonight in San Antonio, and which I'm giving them credit for that. I think this young team is going to do exactly what they've done the entire series. They're going to collapse a little bit with that 10 point lead in the last 40 or 50 seconds of this game, and they're going to barely win it by a 2 point or a 1 point game, and
Ooh.
then they're going to go back. They're going to go back to the Garden Marshentime, and you're right. They're going to finish it out. New York's going to finish it with at least a 12-point win there, and that's what we're going to see. First championship in what?
Donnie
How
Mac,
many
we can't
years?
we can't be we can't be agreeing all this much, man. We're agreeing too
No,
much lately.
no.
It's kind of weird. It's very weird. I
I
don't know how I feel
now,
about it.
now, now that's what I think's going to happen most time. Ask me what do you think that I want to happen?
I mean, I know
Okay,
you want Game 7. I know you
I
want
want
Game
Game
7.
7, man.
I want
I don't
Game
care
7.
who wins
We
it.
all
I
want Game
want
7.
I want to go to 7. I want to go to overtime in Game 7. I want
I want
the
double
best player
OT,
on
man. I
the
want
floor.
double OT Game 7.
Yeah. That's be the greatest show on earth right there. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
100%, man. 100%. I mean, we all want that, but, we're being realistic here. And I think the Spurs are too young. But listen, man, they got so much money. They got so much time. I mean, this team is going to be there for the next couple of years. To
They are.
me,
They are. They are.
I feel like they
Yeah,
got to
they are.
find someone with
And
more
they're
veteran
going to
presence.
get better too. They're going to get
100%.
better. They're going to get better.
To me, though, they need to go out and get a veteran presence. They really need to go out and get somebody to be that veteran, to be that captain in the huddle.
Guy like Giannis,
Ah, man, I don't know if Giannis is going anywhere. I think it's just a bunch of BS. I think Giannis is
he,
staying right where
I
he's at.
think he stays in the East, but he's not staying in Milwaukee more. He's not staying in Milwaukee.
We said this
He is.
last year, though, Donnie Mac. We said this last year.
Who said that? We
Both
said
of us,
they. We,
both of us said that we thought he was going somewhere.
oh man, what is he going to do? Like after this season?
Man,
What
I
is
don't
he?
know.
I mean,
I really
come
don't
on.
know. I don't know why he's still there. I mean, if I was him, I'd want out. They don't help him out. They don't get anybody to help him, but they're always mid pack, so they can't get a good draft, and they don't have the money. They don't have
So
the money to go anywhere.
let me ask you this. Okay, that's a tough decision, right? Does LeBron James retire this year, or does he go to another team?
It's a good question. I think he plays. I think this is going to be his final year coming up. I really do.
And you think
And
he
I
stays
think he
in it?
stays with the
Okay,
Lakers for now.
all right.
Don't
Maybe
don't be
mid-season.
surprised if he gets traded at the deadline though.
Okay, okay. There you go, Martin time. There we go. That's the nugget I was looking for. That's the nugget I was looking for, Martin time. Let me ask you this though. Do you think now you've seen the way the NBA's been developing, right?
Mm-hmm.
OKC's going to be back. They're going to be back. They
Yep.
could lose an integral player like Chet Holmgren or Jalen Williams. They could use a big guy lose a big guy like that, but they're still in developmental stage. You see San Antonio developmenting
I mean, when you have three number one
everything
picks back to back to back, they should.
exactly. Marshalltown in the East, you saw Detroit doing the same thing,
Yep.
developing. You know what I mean? Who's the next team that you see actually doing that? Do you see Washington developing some kind of resume like that? Do you I mean, do you see another team in the West doing that? Uh, what are your thoughts on that? Do you
I
think
mean,
one of these teams are the teams to watch, like Detroit?
listen, man. I mean, we're talking about you bring up
Because
Washington.
look at Atlanta. Atlanta's been slowly tooling
Yeah.
their guys. Yeah, see what I
But
mean? That kind of angle right there.
to me, Washington has just, I mean, failed their things over and over again.
they, they failed because
So I can't pick Washington. I don't know, man. I mean, they've had so many top 10 picks. And how many years in a row have they had a top 10 pick?
oh yeah,
I
that's
mean,
true.
it's been insane,
Well,
man.
here's the young team. What about Charlotte? I mean,
Charlotte looked better, but
Concalupo,
listen, you will never ever let
runner
me
up,
say anything good about
making
Charlotte
it
until as long as Lamelo Ball is still there. I can't stand the guy. The guy should have been suspended. I
There
hate
you
him.
go.
He should not be in. I can't stand the guy.
There's the playoff. There you go. There's the playoff Miami Heat fan talking right there, guys.
Listen, Donnie
You know
Mac,
what I mean?
you
I
agreed with
agree.
me.
I
A
agree.
lot of
Yeah,
people
I do.
agreed with me.
And
Even the
hands
NBA
down,
agreed with
Martian
me at the
time.
end of it.
Hands down. Hands down, Martian time. I'll give you that 100%. 100%. Every time. Yeah, that should have been called different on the court, and that probably would have changed the outcome of the whole
Oh, 100% would have, because Lamelo Ball was the only
game.
reason they were scoring half the time. I mean, it was a joke. It was a joke. I mean, you could clearly see he was going to knock him down. Come on, man. Give me a break. That's a flagrant two all
Come
day
on.
long. He's intentionally trying to hurt a player. This is
Well,
just, I don't know, man. I can't do it.
maybe not intentionally trying to hurt him, but
Nah, he
slow
was
him down.
trying. Man, come on now.
Definitely.
When you
He's
try to
trying
pull
to.
somebody down to the ground and you try to knock him off his feet after you know he has an injury,
Maybe
you know
not
he's
trying
already
to hurt
fighting an
him.
injury.
Well, you're not thinking about
That's.
that when you're playing a game.
Oh man, I
Well,
don't know about that. I think you
I'm
are.
thinking
I
about
really think
it.
you are.
If you and I are wrestling, I'm not thinking about your bum knee, man. I'm gonna put you in the armbar. You know what
Man, you ain't
I
gonna
mean?
get me in an armbar. You freaking run out of breath before you try to get down there.
All I gotta do is make you bend over, and then you'll flop over.
Yeah, but then I'm gonna start rolling, Donnie Maggie. You know, you better be careful, man. That's a big boulder. You ain't stopping the big boulders,
I
man.
might not catch him either. I'm gonna be rolling right behind you.
Oh, Donnie
I'll
Mac,
tell you
let's
this though, Marshall time.
go
I'll
ahead.
tell you this though, when everything we talking about off season and everything get down to the NBA championship. New York finally. Do they deserve this championship if they win it? Hell yes, they do.
I agree.
100%.
They earned it.
After what they've done for the last month and a half, Marshall time. 100% they deserve this. Now, when you flop it over to the off season, after what they've done, the last serious question now, after what they've done for the last 4 years as a whole, if they win this, do you see them back competing again? Or do you think they're high on what they did and they're done? Because this is New York talking about.
Donnie Mac, do I think they're back competing? Yes. Do I think they make it to the NBA Finals next year? No. Because let's be honest, Donnie Mac, we're talking about the
Injuries
NBA
let them go
Finals. That when's the last time a team repeated, Donnie Mac?
there. It's been 8 years, 9 years.
Who was that?
Who was that? That was the Heat.
No, no, no. You got the
No,
Golden
that
State
that,
Warriors.
that was Golden State Warriors. Yep.
Golden State Warriors.
Six,
Steph
16.
Curry hitting three after three after three with the Splash Brothers and Kevin Durant. Let's be honest here. So
That was also the last team that got beat when they were up
three
3 to
one.
1.
True,
So,
100%. But to
oh,
me, right there, Donnie Mac,
that's a nasty piece of history right there, boy.
I
That
mean,
would
it's
be
hard
some
enough. It's
weird.
hard enough to make it to back finals.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
So I'm not saying they're going to be back to the finals because I think the East is going to be a little bit stronger next year. Boston will be back to more full health because this year they weren't, and I think Detroit's going to make a bigger run next year. I think they were just too young this year to be in the playoffs. I think they kind of got blinded by the spotlights.
The NBA structure right now allows for what's going on right now. A lot of people talk about, now get real, about the whole flopping the season to get the number
Mm,
one pick deal. You know what I mean?
yep.
It doesn't do any good, Martian time, unless they have the personnel that knows what to do with it. Look at the teams that we saw build. They are not been number one picks. I mean, San Antonio, with the exception of the rule, yeah, because they have the personnel in the front office that knows what the hell to do with the March time. But a lot of these other teams have not been that. They have not been that. So I mean, with the whole flopping rule to get the number one pick deal in the NBA, it's 75% wrong, 25% right, because only 25% of the league is getting utilization out of
Yeah, I mean, I, I don't like the lottery. I'm sorry. The lottery to me really
that.
pisses me
Lottery
off.
sucks. It really does.
Like it's embarrassing. It's just it incentivizes teams to start tanking even if they're like a decent team because they get a higher lottery pit. I'm over that. I'm over this garbage. The tanking needs to stop. You're a professional team, and this goes for all sports. I'm sorry. You're a professional team. Your fans pay to show up to your games. Go out there and put the best team that you have out there and play your hardest every single game. You're getting paid
Yeah.
millions and millions of dollars, and you're charging these fans out the freaking kazoo to go to
And
these
we pay
games.
a lot of
Play
money.
your heart out, man. I'm sorry. I'm
We
over this
pay a
tanking stuff.
lot of money.
Exactly. Like it's embarrassing to see. Now
Um,
listen, if your team sucks, your team sucks. I mean that's just it is. It is what it is. And then guess what? You're going to end up with a top draft pick. But don't be tanking your games. You still go out there and try to win a game and see what happens, man. I mean, just it is what it is.
you still gotta play your players, right? Still
Exactly.
gotta
100%.
see what the hell they're
100%.
doing. Yeah.
But
All right,
Donnie
Marsh.
Mac,
You know
real
what?
fast, we got to bring up a couple of other things in the NBA.
Okay.
The Milwaukee Bucks, they actually put a self-imposed deadline on June 23rd to have all this stuff done for Giannis. So if he's not traded by June 23rd, do you think it's over and he stays in Milwaukee?
No,
You still
I
don't think he
don't.
stays in Milwaukee?
I don't. I
Okay.
really don't.
Okay.
I have a strong feeling he doesn't want to stay there. And maybe the injury. I think the whole injury thing throughout the last half of the season was just a ploy for him. I really do. I don't think he wanted to be. That's my personal perspective from the outside looking in. Everything I've read and everything I know about basketball, most of the time, it was just something that he was using so he didn't have to be on the court dealing with these people. That was it for
Okay.
me. So I think something will be done. And if it won't be done, you won't see him on the court anytime soon.
So where do you think he goes then, Donnie Mac?
He's going to stay in the East. Number one, he's going to stay in the East. I think the number one, and I know our podcast listeners are getting tired of hearing this crap. But I think the number one destination for him is going to be who's the people who's got the number one, interest in him is Pat Riley and the Miami Heat, man. I really do. 100%. I think that's the most suitable with the assets to make the move happen. He wants to stay in the East. He said that he's not going to West. You could chalk that up. He doesn't want to run up and down that court for for you know like the West does because that's what they do. They play a little bit more defense in the East. They can slow it down. He can manhandle them in the paint, and he can control the game. And he wants to do that. And he wants to stay in Miami, and that's what they're lacking. They're lacking a guy that can do that. That's my opinion.
Okay. My
Again,
my team was the 76ers. I think a
again, he could
team
end up in Philadelphia. Yeah,
I think a
he,
team
he could.
a trade based around Joel Embiid and Giannis is coming. That is my whole thing. I think the 76ers are over Joel Embiid. I think they're
Anybody
done
that
with him.
trades Joel Embiid is out of their mind.
Listen, man.
Anybody.
I mean, but where do you go? Because he's on an expiring contract. So the Knicks or the Bucks could get rid of him in a year next year. Giannis still has a couple years on his contract, so the 76ers are locked. But the Bucks are getting Joel Embiid on the expiring contract. So the next year they could have more free agency, and if they get a couple picks with him, I mean, is that a bad trade?
I don't see Atlanta being out of that deal neither. When you're talking about assets and different stuff you could trade over to in Milwaukee, because
But would
that's
that be
that's
good
a big
enough
deal.
for Giannis? Would
You
Atlanta be
see,
good enough?
he wants to stay in the East, but where he wants to be, nobody really knows. But we all know he wants to win a championship.
That's you got to. He's got to go to a team that has a chance. I feel like
It has a chance.
And I don't know if I
It's
see Atlanta having a
Tyrese.
chance yet.
I don't know if I see Philadelphia with Tyrese Maxey and Giannis. I I don't know, man. You're talking about Kelly Oubre,
They
Tobias
were
Harris.
they were the number
I
four
mean,
seed in the East this year.
yeah, this year with a banged up Joel Embiid and a Paul George that's probably not going to play now.
Yeah, I mean I don't know about Paul George, so I can't really say anything about that one. But one
But
more thing in the NBA, Donnie Mac.
he's getting paid a lot of money.
James Harden has been arrested.
He's in
So
Cleveland.
he's in Cleveland, Donnie Mac.
Hey, Marshentime, that was the
Arrested
next.
in Houston.
Oh, wow.
What is this? What does Cleveland have to do now? I mean, that's a huge deal. I mean, he's getting in big trouble now.
Well, he was only on a 2-year deal anyways, right?
Well, I think Harden has the chance to do a player option. I think is what it is.
Yeah,
Um,
but there's got to be a player clause in the contract for getting arrested, Martian time.
I don't know, Donnie Mac. I mean, it's
There's
pretty
gotta
special,
be,
man.
right? I don't know. I don't know. That's maybe he wants.
$42 million player option.
Ooh, yeah. I hope they don't have to eat that because he
Dude.
wasn't worth
Ooh,
12 million. He might here.
ooh, $42 million. What do the Cavs do though? Do they have to eat that, or do they just say, "Well, no, he's going to come if he says, yeah, I want to come back." Well, what happens then?
Well, put yourself in the GM of the Cavs shoes, right? You had to watch and eat 8 turnovers a game in the playoffs. Do you want to
Mm-hmm.
eat 42 million too, and then watch him do the same thing next year and eat all that and be, you know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, Marshall time. What do you do in that situation, Marshall? He's at the end of his career. He's what,
100%.
38 years old, 36 years old. Yeah, he's an ex MVP. Yeah, he's got a little bit of skill. Yeah, maybe you could dish him off to somebody like Washington, get a Daniel Gafford or something like that. Do something. I mean, come on, man,
So you
come
say get
on,
rid of him?
get out from underneath of it. You gave up, you gave up the point guard of your future. Right alongside, you know what I mean, the Spider himself. But uh, right now, wash your hands of it, man. Get rid of it. Get a couple of prospects.
I like it. I mean, I sure as heck wouldn't want him. I'm going to be honest. So
Get a couple G League guys, man.
yeah,
Just get a couple
give
G
me
League
give
guys.
me anybody and just get me out of him.
Anybody.
You
Give me
know.
Bronny James. You know.
All right, Donnie Mac. You know where we're going though now. We're
Yeah.
out of the NBA. We got to go to the other finals, Donnie Mac. And you're
Let's
talking a
do it.
team up 3-2,
Uh,
Carolina over the Golden Knights.
and
Donnie
and
Mac.
did you expect to see this Marshall time? Carolina being up 3-2 over the Golden Knights after the series started. Did you expect to see this?
Listen, man. I mean, this has been one of the most high scoring NHL finals we've watched in a while. Because you noticed when the Lightning or the Panthers were there, it was all about defense. Well, now it's all about offense, man. There is no defense in this World Cup or the Stanley Cup. It seems like, man, it's like, what is going on here, guys? The first time in Stanley Cup history for the team to score 4 goals in their first 5 games. Donnie Mac, do they win it all tomorrow night
Uh,
in Vegas?
Marshall time. I think this is goes right along with the basketball deal. Yeah, they've got the momentum. They
They
picked
do.
up and Carolina, man. Wow, have they played very, very, very well. But I will say this with the Golden Knights and their goaltender March time, they've kept them under 6 goals a game. You know what I mean? It's not like it's getting astronomical. We've seen some of these Stanley Cup finals get like 7, 8, 9 goals a game. And it's not getting like that. They're still keeping it close. You're talking about 5-3s, 5-4s, 5-4s, 4-3 type games. You know what I mean? They're still keeping them close most time. But no, when they go to Vegas, the Vegas Golden Knights are going to bring that defense. We're talking about defense. They're going to bring it to the front table for the first 2.5 periods. And the last In the third period, that's when you're going to see Carolina finally spark the movement. Finally spark, probably because of power play or something like that. But this game's going to end 3-2. Vegas Golden Knights are going to win this one and take it to a game seven.
I like it, Donnie Mac. I mean, listen. So I like the game seven because listen, we watched the last game. I think the Golden Knights had how many power plays, and they could not.
Yeah,
Vegas. I mean, I think they got
I
one
want, I
power
want,
play goal. I think they got one power play goal. I just listen, man. I don't like it. I think they had 4 or 5 different power plays, and they just couldn't. They couldn't put it in the goal. They had more shots. They had more, power plays. I just don't understand that. Why are we struggling against this Carolina team, who you put up goals against every single game? To me, Carolina has been the best team in the NHL this year. Let's be honest. They have been
oh,
all year
oh,
long. So I mean, I kind of expected them to be up in the series, but did I expect them to score 4 goals every single game? No. Because listen, I watched a 60-second thing where they scored 3 freaking goals, and I'm like, what in the world did I just watch?
yeah, I remember. Hey, you texted
Carolina.
me that late
Oh
at
my
night. You
God.
said, "Man, are you watching this right now?" And I'll
Dude.
tell you this right now, Marshentime. This year, there has been just thus far in Stanley Cup Finals, there has been 58 combined power plays between the two teams.
Mm,
27 for Vegas and 31 for Carolina. Vegas has only scored on 2 of their power plays.
mm,
Guess how many Carolina scored on?
4.
8. 8
8 power
power
plays
plays.
out of 31.
There's out of 31.
That's a 25% score. And then you
Yes,
got
Mark.
2 of 27, which is like a freaking. I mean, come on,
There you
that's
go.
nothing. I'm not even
That's
going
a
to do the
big
math on that
difference.
because that's like so small.
You're talking about capitalizing your difference, and we're talking to you and I watched it. How they went like 7 or 8 power plays in that one game and 2 different periods, and and Vegas could not score. That's going to change. That's going to change tomorrow night.
Yeah, I think the Vegas Knights really want this. They've been there before. They know what the Stanley Cup's about. I think they win Game 6 and then Game 7 in Raleigh. Whoo, man! You
It's
talk
going to be
about
electric.
it's going to go crazy, Donnie Mac. I'm telling you,
Mark it down.
Carolina is going to
Hey,
shoot off. It's going to be
we go
insane.
to game seven. You and I going to go get some wings.
I'm in.
You and I going to go get some
I'm
wings,
in,
man.
buddy. I'm in, man. You know I'm in for
We're
that.
going to game
It's going
seven.
to be a fun one.
We got to go get some wings, man, because that's going to be a good one. Yes, sir. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, June
So,
17th. What is that? Wednesday? Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday.
yeah, you're taking Carolina then. You're taking Carolina.
Dude, in Raleigh, Game 7, Carolina wins it because they didn't have to go through a Florida team, Donnie Mac. I'm telling you right here, right now, they win it 4-3 on a last minute goal. They're going to score in the third period with like a minute
Mm,
left to take the
all
lead and
right.
win that game.
Okay, Marshall time. I'm with you on that one. And
Okay.
I'm going with you to game seven. I'm going
Okay.
with you to game seven. And I'm going with a little bit bigger score. The series hasn't been so much high scoring, right? But I'm going possible pushing overtime.
Ooh.
7 goes to 6
Ooh.
for the Hurricanes. Seven
Seven
goes to six.
six.
And it
Listen,
could be an overtime. It
I
could
mean,
be
there's
an
already
over.
been 2 overtime games this Stanley Cup,
It
man.
could be an
There's already been
overtime. I'm
two.
trying to tell you, man. It could be an overtime.
Dude, that would be crazy to have 3 games go into OT and the Stanley Cup Finals and Game 7 going. Dude, I don't think there's ever been a Game 7 overtime in Stanley Cup, has there? I'm pretty sure there's
Ah,
never been one.
I don't know. I don't. I
That would
highly
be the
doubt
most epic
it. I
finish.
highly doubt
Man, I would love it. That's all I gotta say. I would love it to be happen because I mean, I would love for the Spurs to come back and make it to Game 7, but I just don't think that's gonna happen. But I got a lot better faith in the Golden Knights to push it to Game 7, Donnie Mac.
it. Let's see. I'm gonna ask Google. No.
There's a first coming into history, then Donnie Mac. It's happening
Yeah,
June
yes.
17th, overtime
Yes.
for the Stanley Cup final win.
Okay, yes, there
lifting the
have been
cup.
exactly 2 Stanley Cup Final Game 7s that have gone to overtime in NHL history. In both instances, the Detroit Red Wings won the Stanley Cup on home ice.
Of
In
course, it was the Red Wings when they were actually
1950,
good.
in 1950 and in 1954 against the
Mike, I
New
hope you
York
watch this.
Rangers and the Montreal Canadiens.
Interesting. See, check that out.
4-3, 2-1. So there we go. That's just the Google AI overview, fans. Fact check that. Double check it. Do not take my word for it. I am just Googling that because I do not know that by heart.
And let's be honest, it's the Red Wings. Nobody cares about the Red Wings.
Yeah, who really cares? You know? It's the Detroit Red Wings.
Yeah, I mean they suck now. Let's be honest. So let
Who
us know when you
cares?
actually make it to the real playoffs for the
They
last
didn't
20
have
years.
Wayne Gretzky. I mean, he was the greatest player on earth. You know what I mean?
Nah, that's when they were actually good. When actually good times happened.
Marshentime, we got to move on. NHL Stanley Cup. That was a good conversation, Marshentime. Let's move on. Let's get a little bit into the meat and potatoes. Let's talk a little bit about baseball.
Baseball,
Yesterday,
baseball.
yeah, baseball. Yesterday, you
There's
watched
no crying in baseball, but the Phillies did.
a little, a little bit of something special, Marshentime. You watched a complete game, 1 hitter, 15 strikeouts. You want to tell me a little bit
With
about that?
under 100 pitches. My man had 74 out of 95 pitches were strikes. He
Ooh.
faced a minimum amount of batters of 27. He was one hit away from a perfect game, Donnie Mac.
Oh,
Not from a no
game.
hitter, from a perfect game. And Kyle Schwarber was the only hit, and it was just a little blooper. But we're talking about a guy, Jacob Mizorowski, who has now thrown a complete game, 15 strikeouts with under 100 pitches.
Wow.
When's the last time you heard under 100 pitches for a complete game?
Wow. Marking
Man,
time.
I mean,
That is absolute misery right there. That is misery from the
absolute man. Listen,
man. That is pretty cool, Marshall Time. You're talking about one of the leaders. He is the number one leader in strikeouts right now. He's getting close in ERA after that outing right there, Marshall Time.
yep.
Is is he the leading Cy Young in NL right now?
Oh, 100%. He's got to be the
He's
lead
gotta
here.
be.
I mean, dude,
He's gotta be, right? You got
he has
Chris
a
Sanchez,
point
you got
12
Ohtani,
ERA in
you got
his
a
last
couple of
9 games.
a what?
Point 12 ERA in his last 9 games.
What is it overall?
It's like a 1.47, I think, is what it is.
So the lowest is still Ohtani. What he's got it
Yes.
for? What 0.82? What does Chris Sanchez for Philly have? Do you know what do you have?
Off the top of my head, no, I don't.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
look
have that.
right now.
But I was looking at. We also got to see the fastest pitch thrown by a starting pitcher in history, Donnie Mac, last night against George Jacob Mizorowski. 104.5 mile an hour fastball. We're talking about half a mile an hour off of Aroldis Chapman's record breaker, 105 mile an hour fastball.
Okay, so here you go, Martian time, and that's a good piece of history right there. 105 miles, breaking Arodis's
Yeah.
record, Martian. All right, is that
No,
what you're
no,
telling
Aroldis
me?
still has it. Aroldis still has the fastest
He's
fastball.
tying it. He's tying it.
No, he has the fastest of starting pitcher because Aroldis Chapman has never been a starting pitcher.
Yeah, he's never been a starter. You're right.
104 miles an hour is the fastest by a starting pitcher in history.
Wow, wow. How do you feel about that?
Dude, I mean, I love it because I got him in all my fantasy leagues, Donnie Mac. I made sure I had the Miz this year, buddy. I was kicking the Miz.
Martian time is loving the
I'm loving life,
Misery.
man. Listen, hey, man, you
The
should check out the Roto
Misery.
League. I'm
I
coming
tell
back
you,
now too. I'm coming back now
yeah,
because of that. So
I see you, man. I
coming,
see you, man.
coming.
Not just because of that, but you got to do some more. I want to see you more active in that league, man. I want to see you
Dude,
come
there's
back and
nobody to pick up. Everybody, you guys always pick everybody up before I even get a chance to look. I'm like,
you got
man,
to
this is
look,
crap.
man. These guys are active, man. These guys are serious about this league
I know
now.
you guys get to talk about it too every day. I'm like, man, this is bullcrap.
You know
I
how
got
these
this.
guys
I got a
are, man.
disadvantage. I don't like it.
And you're on top of it. If you ain't on top of
Uh,
it, even if you are in some leagues like our league, what's going on, right? Spencer Strider yesterday just really blew wreck for me. I dropped him. Remember, I made a trade with you and I got
you
Strider.
did.
I
You
dropped
did.
him yesterday. I dropped him
Well, he went on the
yesterday.
IL too.
Yeah, well, he's got some ailments, and I kind of knew that, you know, I kind of waited too long to drop him because I knew something was wrong there, March time. He had a couple of good starts. Don't
Yeah,
get me wrong.
his
He,
last
he
two
had a
starts
couple
have
of
been he's been off. You
the
can
last
tell.
three starts has been really bad. But I'll tell you this: right now in the National League and registered qualified starters in the National
Mm,
League, Jacob Mizorowski is 1.34, which is number one.
3-4.
Chris Sanchez
Also,
is
he took the lead in the ERA now.
Yep. And Chris Sanchez is 1.54.
So what's Otani then?
I
Or he
said
may not
qualify.
qualify. Yeah, he doesn't
Yeah.
qualify yet.
He doesn't qualify. Chase Burns is number three for Cincinnati, which is 2.14 ERA. Three, they're going to throw three. Well, is number one in the AL, actually. But he would be third ranked in the National League, would be Cam Schittler from New York, 1.87
Yeah,
ERA.
he's had a pretty good year
He
so
has
far.
had, he has had a very good year. I have to hand that to
But Donnie Mac, I mean, is there even a chance that anybody right now deserves it more than Jacob Mizorowski for the Cy Young? Let's be honest.
Uh, and Chris Sanchez is pushing it, man.
You really
He's
think so?
pushing it.
He's got half the
He
amount of strikeouts. Come on, Donnie Mac. Come on.
yeah, he's pushing it. Strikeouts doesn't mean everything. It really does not mean everything. He's
Come
pushing
on,
it
Donnie Mac.
right
But
now.
when you have the lowest ERA and the most strikeouts, I mean, I think that kind of matters then though at that point.
Right now, like I said, he's gotten his ERA down. So right now, he is the leader. He would be the leader in my opinion. But if you're not the leader in ERA, which is earned runs allowed, which affects your wins, your
Yeah.
losses, and everything else around it, on base, slugging percentage, runs and scoring position over 9 yards. I mean, that kind of affects it. Right now, he's slowed all that down. And whatever ailments he had that pulled him out early in the innings, early on in the year, five, six, seven starts go, he's obviously got that under
Yeah,
control. March
it
time,
seems to be
because
better
last
now.
night he went nine strong, only giving up one hit, and he struck out 15, and he's got his
Yeah.
ERA best in the National League. So it's hard to compete and have an argument against that right now because the kid has turned his whole resume around.
Yeah, I
He's
mean,
leading.
he
He's leading.
he's
How can
eight
you
and
take that
two
away
or 9-2. He's 9-2 now, and I mean the two losses that he had, he only gave up 2 runs.
from him? Right.
Like,
Right.
I mean, what are you supposed to do?
It's hard to just like I don't really understand why they don't involve Shohei there because Shohei's only got about maybe 25 innings left, maybe 20 innings left pitched than Chris Sanchez or Mizorowski, but I don't know why they don't qualify him in there on that. But most of the time, if you had to throw him in there with his ERA, what he's pitching, yeah, when you watch him, he doesn't go 8, 9 innings
Yeah,
like Sanchez and Mizrahi. He only goes 6 innings at the most.
yeah,
Six
and that's
innings at the most.
usually
He'll
Miz
get you
only goes
six,
7.
seven. Yeah,
Usually always pull him at 7.
but Otani went 4-5 in his first couple of starts too to begin back in this season when he first started pitching. So that's got a lot of difference to do with you know with his qualifications and everything. But if he were up with the same amount of innings pitched, and if he's got 130 innings pitched, he would have 130 innings strike, 130 strikeouts because he gets one strikeout per inning. Otante, would you include him here on that conversation? Because
Let's. I was trying to look up his
MLB,
pitching stats. I wanted to see what his pitching stats were right now. Let's just look at this, just because don't get me wrong. I mean, I like him and everything, but let's see. So he's had 11 games started. So yeah, I mean, it's not like he's anything low. So why is he not qualified?
I'm not sure.
It doesn't make any sense. Now I'm kind of interested on why he's not qualified. I mean, yeah, I guess he has only pitched 67 innings altogether, so that is pretty low. Um,
Maybe because they don't categorize him as a starting pitcher alone. Maybe that's it.
yeah, I mean, he's only pitched 20 innings less than Jacob Mizorowski, and I don't understand
Remember what
why.
I said 20, 25, 30. It was somewhere in that area.
Yeah, I don't understand that. I don't really know.
And how many strikeouts does he have?
You got Mizorowski, it's at 131 with 87 innings pitched. Then you got Otani, who has 73 with 67. So yeah, I mean he's pretty far down there, honestly. Like,
So there you go.
so still, I mean, if you add the 20 innings that he's going to get, he's still only going to have like 100. So he's still
Yeah.
down 30 strikeouts from Mizorowski. I mean,
Well,
Mizorowski's averaging like 87, 130. So he's averaging over a strikeout and a half per inning. That's pretty insane.
Tanti's missed a lot. Like I said, he's missed at least a half a dozen starts that he should have had already. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, he's three games lower than Mizorowski. So
Yeah.
Mizorowski's done 14. He's done 11. So so you can see. I mean, Mizorowski doesn't go that deep in games usually because they usually pull him at like 7 or 8. And I think that's load management though, Donnie Mag. And I think it's really important that they're doing that right now in the beginning of the season because if they
And
make a
then,
run in this playoffs, they're not going to load manage him. They're going to let him go
so I mean, the question is, why did they let him finish out the game yesterday?
because he didn't have that many pitches. He didn't even throw 100 pitches, Donnie Mag.
I
He
mean,
didn't
but
even
that's still a
break a
lot of torque.
hundred pitches though.
Look at the torque that he's throwing on his arm, though. It doesn't
But
matter the
usually, I think it's more
amount
of
of
a pitch
pitches.
count for him. I think because usually, if he gets to 100 pitches, they usually pull him. And I think that's a big deal. I mean, he threw 74 out of 95 strikes. So I mean, he only threw 20 balls all game. That's
But how
insane.
many how many did he throw over 100 miles per hour?
I didn't look at that. They didn't say anything about it this game, so I didn't actually look at it this time.
That would be the
So,
question because you see what I'm talking about, the wear and tear on
oh,
the
I
arm,
listen, man.
the
I mean, we've talked
elbow.
about it before, but I
If
mean,
you don't have to push him that hard,
that's why I
why?
think they don't, though. I mean, I think they're being smart about it this year. I really do. I think they're being
I
very
hope
careful
so.
with him.
I
Because
hope
if he
so.
listen, if he makes it to the playoffs, it would not surprise me. He goes 8 and 9 every single time.
Listen, they make it to the playoffs with this pitching staff and with
It's going to be
Brandon
dangerous. It is
Woodruff
dangerous.
coming back and them getting healthy
Mm-hmm.
and Ashby and everybody. I mean, this is the pitching staff, and all they got to do is get Christian Yelich and these guys going. And Christian Yelich started hitting the ball a little bit
Yeah,
here the
he's
last
starting to do
week or
better.
so.
Yep.
And all they got to do is get these guys, Jack and Churro, these guys start hitting the ball consistently, and
Churio
that
especially,
pitching,
man.
yeah, they could really make something happen over there in the National League. And we're talking about Atlanta, we're talking about San Diego, we're talking about LA. Might be sleeping on Milwaukee. Might be sleeping on Milwaukee.
I'm not sleeping on them because they're the number one team in their division. I mean, they're 42 and 25. They're the
Yeah, but
they're, they're the second one
everybody else, everybody else is sleeping on them. They're talking about these flashy teams, or Atlanta,
Yeah, of course,
and
LA and Atlanta.
everybody
I mean, right
high
now
on
Atlanta's
these
number one in the
flashy
East. I mean, what do you can't blame them. They're number actually they're the number one team in the MLB.
and
But
Seattle's quietly winning their division over
yeah,
there. You know what
yeah,
I mean? Quietly, and they're about to get a healthy Cal Raleigh that's tearing up the minor leagues right
which I think they need him because I mean they're
now.
not
They
really
may, they need him like a fish need
putting the
water.
runs in there. But listen, man, I
Man,
mean, you're talking about runs allowed. I mean, the Brewers right now have the best pitching staff in the league.
yeah, yeah.
It's
Ah,
exciting to watch, man. And
yeah.
they don't even have their supposed ace, Donnie Mac. They don't even have their supposed. I mean, honestly, I feel like Mizorowski is their ace, but their
Well, he's
supposed
no.
ace is not
They
even
know
in.
that.
It's not even in there. That's crazy, Donnie
He,
Mac.
he was their ace the last couple of years.
Well, I
He's
mean,
been longer there.
well, he's still pretty
He,
good. I mean, we ain't seen him yet, so
well, he's supposedly their ace because he opened up the year as their number one guy.
yeah,
But
yeah.
next year, you know who'll be the number
It
one
has to
opening.
be. It has to be Miz. I
You
mean,
know,
come on,
if it's
man.
not, I'm done watching National
Yeah,
League
I'm done
baseball
watching Brewers. Period. Yeah, I'm never watching the Brewers ever again. So I mean,
ever.
listen. I mean, they're what? They're the number three team in the league. They're tied with the
Hmm.
Yankees as the number three team in the league. I think the Brewers are going to make a run. I mean, they really
And they're
are.
doing it by defense, man. They're doing it by defense. They're not doing it by a lot of flashy run scoring offensive games. They're doing it by defense. It's it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, they have the second highest run differential in the league because
Yeah,
they pitch so freaking well.
so freaking.
It's awesome to watch. I mean, you got of course you have the Dodgers who have a 137 run differential,
It's because they score a lot.
and they pay so much for their players. Donnie Mac.
Yeah,
There,
that too.
I'm sorry, there still needs to be a cap in the Major League Baseball. That's just my opinion, but I'm just
They're
saying.
working on it. They're working
Uh,
on it.
they
They're
they
working
need it.
on it.
They need it. I'm just
It's
saying.
been in the mix. I've been watching it in the papers the last couple.
Yeah, the Braves coming at number two with 112, and then you got the Brewers at 103. I mean, right now I feel like the NL is stronger than the AL.
Yeah, it's definitely been that way this year. This the entirety of this year. I mean, I don't even think the Yankees are the third best team. I
They're
mean, let's
te-
look at the power
they're
rankings right now.
they're technically the fourth best team, but right now I mean Judge is still out too, isn't he?
Yeah,
So Judge is out for a while, and that's going to hurt them. They're going to fall a little bit. The Rays very well could take that division right now and take the lead in a couple of games because I mean without Judge and without Stanton, I mean you lost your two best power hitters right now in the Yankees, and when are they coming back? I think Judge was out for like 3 or 4 weeks, and Stanton's been out for 2 months. It feels like.
yeah, forever. And you know what? They do got them ranked number four in our power rankings. Marshentime. We got Atlanta one, L.A. Dodgers two, Milwaukee Brewers three.
Told you,
Okay, Yankees number four, and they got the Tampa Bay Rays number five.
man. I mean, how perfect did I just say that, Donnie Mac? How
Yes, you did.
perfect
Yes,
did I
you
just
did.
call that list right there, man? I'm telling you, I love me some baseball, Donnie Mac. I love baseball.
Who's number six?
Number six this year,
You're not
I'm
getting this
kind
one.
of torn.
You're not
It,
getting this one. I'll give you two guesses.
oh gosh, how are these
I
power
might,
rankings? Are these
I
the
might
last
be
10 games or what are
underestimating you
these?
too,
What are
Martian
these?
time.
What are
I
these?
underestimate you a lot, Martian time, but I'll give you two guesses. Who's number six?
To me, right now, I'm putting the St. Louis
This is
Cardinals at number
ESPN.
six.
Okay, that's negative. They got Cardinals at number nine.
Who they got? Well, they got AL or NL.
At number six, they got an NL team.
NL at number six. They're probably doing the cop out answer, and they're probably doing the either the Padres or the Phillies.
So that's two guesses. You're gonna give me one.
Um, I'm going Phillies.
That's exactly who they got at number
Yeah,
six. Is the Phillies.
yeah, that's cop
And
out
number
answer.
seven, they got an AL team. And number eight, they got an AL team.
Listen, please tell me it's the Chicago White Sox because I've loved the way they played.
No, seven, they
I'm
got
I'm
Seattle
I'm disappointed.
Mariners. Eight, they got the Cleveland Guardians.
No, I'm
Nine,
putting.
St. Louis.
Okay, the Guardians. I
10,
got this year.
Pittsburgh. 11, Cubs. 12, Arizona. And
Yeah, I
number
mean,
13 is your Chicago White Sox.
dude, I love the way the White Sox are playing right now. The
Murakami's
White
on the
Sox,
DL, but they
whoo,
got a lot of injuries right now. White Sox got a little bit of injuries. Their young
they do,
rookie,
they do.
leading the AL in home run. Murakami, he's on the DL right now, so you got to give him a little bit of break right now.
Yeah, and it depends on when they did the power rankings. Let's be honest. It may have been a week ago. It
Yeah,
may have been this week. Who knows?
that was probably Friday, to be honest with you. It was probably Friday. Being ESPN, let me look.
I think they do it every Monday,
This was the 11th,
which was
which
Friday.
is,
Yeah, or no, it's Thursday. Thursday. That's a weird day. What in the world? Who,
yeah.
who does power rankings on a Thursday? What is this?
That's the list I'm looking at. I'm sorry, my bad. ESPN's power ranking.
That's funny. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad.
But
I mean, listen, but
that is ESPN, though.
yeah, true, true. And listen, power rankings in baseball. I mean, it's the best thing. It depends if they're going out the last 10 games or they're going the whole season. Because baseball, we've seen it. It's a game of streaks, man. You could go on a streak and you could win, 9 or 10 games, or 9 out of 10 games, and you're bam, your power rankings shoot way up because you're winning games. Let's go.
Yeah, and everything works like that. Everything looks like that. No matter, I mean, not everything, but every sport is what I mean.
True.
Every sport works that way. I mean, power rankings change quick, especially in football. football, baseball, basketball power rankings. And talking about power rankings, WNBA, Marshall time. Who's your number one team right now in WNBA?
Oh, you gonna throw that into me, aren't you? All right. Number one team, Donnie Mac. I'm. I know this is gonna sound like a cop out answer, but how do I not pick Nafisha Collier in the Minnesota Lynx?
Yeah, I mean they do have the league's best record right
And
now,
one of
Marshall
and the best
time,
defense. And Donnie Mac,
and the best
what do we
defense.
always say here at 863 Sports Buzz? What do we say?
Defense wins championships,
So I
man.
got
We
to go
can't
with
say
them. I have to. I can't not do it. But I'll give you my second team, all right? Because to me, right now, and this is probably going to be a little bit off because people don't really probably think about this one. I'm going with the Dream. I like the way the Dream are playing right now over every other team. I
really,
think I really do, man. I mean, they're playing good. They're playing strong. They're good on offense and defense. They're not a specialty team. I feel like they can do both. That's what I really like about the Dream. And it's surprising, I feel like Angel Reese has actually done a lot better. She's actually putting the balls back in the hole. She's actually not. She's
hey,
rebounding, but she's actually putting it in
Austin,
the hole
I
this time.
love that. I love
So
that. That's being a fan. I was waiting to hear that from you, Marshall Time, because I said the same thing. Since you went over to Atlanta, it looks like a different ball player.
it
Like
does
she's
a
not
hundred
trying to
percent.
do the flashy crap that she was trying to do, Marshall Time. I love when you say that, Marshall Time. She actually looks like she's playing fundamental foot or fundamental basketball up under the hoop in the paint. She's boxing out. She's rolling around. She's setting picks. She's crashing the boards and she's making the simple shots under the hoop, man.
100%.
You're not seeing these highlights this year of her or blundering these layups or anything like.
The
You're
six,
not seeing
the
that
six
because
offensive rebounds.
she's fundamental. She's
That's
being
extremely
fundamental and
good.
she's putting the ball in the cup, man. And that is awesome.
No,
That is
100%
awesome.
agree. And I think
I
that
like that call, man.
I think it really has to deal with the leadership in that team. I really think it does. The leadership on the Dream are just so much better than the Sky. I mean, that's why the Sky are at the bottom of the barrel again. I'm sorry, man. It's just not. They're not the team to do it. The Sky just was not a good team. But then you got the Fever who turned around too, man. I mean, the Fever are looking good with Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston. Both first time in WNBA history that both teams had 30-point double doubles.
That is true. That is true.
It's kind of cool.
That is true. That is pretty cool to see, Marshall Time. But I'll go against the grain with you a little bit on that one. I'm going to go to the Eastern Conference. I'm going to say the New York Liberty
I
is the
mean,
best team right
listen,
now.
you can, I
And,
can't argue with that one either. You can't argue with it.
and the only reason why I say that, Marshall Time, because the New York Liberty has only had one game with Sabrina and Oscar the entire season, and they've won the last six in a row. Sabrina has not been there yet, man. She is not in full fledged. They've been doing this without her. Once she hits the court,
True.
Marshall Time, they're just going to get better
But
because
then,
she
now wait a
plays
minute.
offense.
You
She
can't be
plays
saying that. You
defense.
can't be bringing that in because Donnie Mac. You told me who's the best team is right now. That doesn't count that she's going to come back and be the best team. That doesn't count,
I'm
Donnie
saying
Mac.
they're the
You can't
best
do
right
that.
now.
You
I'm
can't
saying they're the best right now. No, I'm saying they're the best right
even without an Oscar.
And even without an
All
Oscar,
right,
the way
all right.
they won the last six in a row, which is the
True,
second longest
true.
win streak, right behind your Minnesota Lynx. And I'm only taking them because they hit a bump in the road when they had a couple of injuries when Brianna Stewart had an accident in the game, and they didn't have Beef Stewie there, and some shit didn't go right, and now here we are. Boom, best team in the league. They're still hanging in there. They're 9-4 March time, won the last six in a row, and Sabrina's about to come back here in about 2 or 3 games.
I like it, Donnie Mac. I mean, listen. To me, it's just the Lynx, man. I mean, this team is set up to win a championship again. I mean, it's just that they so stacked. I love Collier. I love this team. Just I mean, they're 9-1 in their last 10. They've only lost one game in I mean, what can you say?
Yeah.
They absolutely destroyed the Wings a couple nights ago, and they kept Paige
You know
Beckers
what?
to nothing.
Yeah, I was going to say that Paige Beckers is now hurt a little bit from that game. She got a little bit of. Only reason I really know that is because she's on my fantasy basketball team, and she's down under the weather right now. She's got an ankle, some kind of ankle deal going on from that game right there, March time.
But
But
you're winning games, Donnie Mac. I'm
but,
proud of you. So
hey,
you got to keep
hey,
that
I'm
eight
winning
six
games.
three sports buzz name up in the top of the
Hey,
board.
we're up about 50 or 60 points right now, but Page going down today hurts me. It hurts me because in the next couple of days I don't have Kelsey Plum. I don't have all my Dominica Malagna or Camila Cardosa. I don't have all my big scores going, and I'm playing Asia Wilson led fantasy basketball team. So
That's a pretty
I'm
tough
kind of
one right
scared.
there.
I'm kind of scared.
Donnie Mac, why you were here? Why you bring her up? I talked about Collier. Now you talked about Asia. Who's the
Yeah.
best WNBA player right now?
Uh,
Right now.
Kelsey Kelsey Plum.
Oh, I love it. I love that answer, Donnie
Kelsey
Mac. I
Plum.
love it, buddy. I
This
like
chick
it.
just came back. You know what I mean? She just came back. She rolled her ankle in a practice.
Yep.
Of all things, she missed a couple of games, but before she left, and after she came back, she picked up right where she left off. She was averaging 38 points a game most of the time. She comes back and she's leading the league once again. Yeah, she's not going to have the qualifying games right now thus far in this 10-game season, 12-game season, but she is lighting up the scoreboard in LA without Kelsey Plum. This is the best pick in the league right now. Without Kelsey Plum,
I love
LA
it.
is not on
I love it, Donnie Mac. I love that answer, buddy. So you know what,
the map. I
Donnie Mac, I'm
appreciate
good now. I'm good now. What else we want to talk about?
I appreciate that, Marshentime. You know what? That would probably conclude our podcast, Marshentime. I think we did everything, Marshentime. We're talking about Hall of Fame game coming up pretty soon, Marshentime. We
Yeah,
got
sure.
actually Bassmaster. Bassmaster's going on right now in whatever river up there, South Carolina, right against the
Yeah, where
shoreline.
the big bag came out last year, man. So
Dad, Cal Welcher, 134 pounds
yep.
right now. Tomorrow we'll see what's going to happen. A couple of young guns been up there. Not a lot of big bags right now.
Not
A
this
lot of
year.
sun. Yeah, and Mr. Welcher is down there in like 50 some spot. He missed the cut, so we'll see what happens. We'll fill you in on that next week, man.
Yeah, Donnie Mac, you know what to do, my friend.
As always, Martian time. As always. Until next week, 863 Sports Buzz is live right here on Saturday night at 7:30. You can catch the world's greatest podcast. We talk about everything from fishing and baseball to basketball, women's soccer and basketball. Martian time is your host. I'm Donnie Mack. We'll be back.
Peace out. If I can get this thing to shut off, come on.